Ideas are powerful forces. They begin quietly, travel through minds, and eventually shape the world we live in. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, respected dignitaries, and curious thinkers, welcome to the 5th edition of TEDx St. Aloysius. We are privileged to come together to inaugurate a platform of intellectual exchange, exploration, and shared vision. TEDx St. Aloysius is an independently organized TEDx event inspired by the global vision of TED, Ideas Worth Spreading. This year, we assemble under the theme, Unwritten Threads of Thoughts. Beyond spoken words, there exist subtle connections that remain largely unseen. These quiet currents shape our perspectives and bring together diverse disciplines and communities, guiding us toward a shared sense of purpose. On behalf of the entire TEDx St. Aloysius team, I, Sheba and Saju extend a heartfelt welcome to each one of you. It is often said that dance speaks where words fall short, carrying stories across time, culture, and memory. We now invite Nritya Ensemble to present the welcome dance and set the tone for this occasion through their graceful performance.
na dere na dim na dere na dim na dere na dim na de dim na dere na dim na dere na dim na dere na dim na de dim na dere na dim na dere na dim na dere na dim na de dim na dere na dim na dere na dere dim na dere dim na dere na dim na dere na dim na dere na dim na dere na dim na de पन मारो के मोर जोड़ना जाके चंदा पासे छिपता सो वे मोर जोड़ना हम जाना मेरे कागे ना तोहे पे तोहे ना है जना काहे हम जाना पढ़ के जाने ना तोरे बिन कटे ना लेना आज मनवा खोवे बन मारो के मोर जोड़ना जाके चंदा पासे छिपता सो वे मोर जोड़ना हम जाना तू मेरे कागे ना तोहे पे तोहे ना है जना काहे हम जाना पढ़ के जाने ना तोरे बिन कटे ना लेना जागन राखे सौंधी राहे ताके आखे फिर उमंगे झलक तरंगे जागे रे जी मैं आहट साधे दौर वाले ताके आके गलत सितारे गलत नजारे चाटू मैं बाटू मैं अंगना दिन न दिन न देरे न दिन न देरे न दिन न देरे न दिन न दे दिन न दिन न देरे न दिन न देरे न देरे दिन न देरे दिन न देरे न दिन न दिन न देरे न दिन न देरे न देरे न दिन न देरे न दिन न दे दिन न दिन न देरे न दिन न देरे न dim na dim na 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 dere na dim na na dim na dim na 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 dere na dim na na dim na dim na na re ma ni pa ma ga re ga dim na dim na na dere na dim na na dim na dim na na dere na dim na na dim na dim na na dere na dim
Prayer is not merely a ritual. It is a quiet act of reflection that prepares the mind and opens the heart. Before we proceed further, let us pause to center ourselves and seek blessings for the day ahead. I now invite the University Choir to kindly lead us into prayer. May I request the audience to rise for the same. Great gatherings are defined by the minds that lead them. On this significant occasion, we are privileged to be in the presence of distinguished guests whose guidance and insight enrich this gathering. To commence the proceedings, may I request Dr. Dinesh Nayak and Ms. Aldrina A.M., our staff conveners, to kindly escort our dignitaries onto the dais. For this auspicious occasion, we have with us our esteemed dignitaries, Reverend Dr. Praveen Martis S.J., the Vice Chancellor of St. Aloysius deemed to be University and President of this program, Advocate P. Ranjan Rao, the Chief Guest, Mr. Gavin Matthias, the Guest of Honor, and our speakers, Dr. P.P. Devan, Mr. Hrithik Sharma, Ms. Mariam Hussain, Mr. Prashant Naika, Mr. Hemant Sharma, Ms. Lisa Kiran Rodriguez, Colonel Arun Iyer, and Ms. Advika Shetty. Please give them a huge round of applause. Atiti Devo Bhava, a Sanskrit phrase translating to the guest is God in English, encapsulates the essence of Indian culture. It emphasizes on the profound values of hospitality and respect for our guests, urging us to extend the same reverence and warmth to our guests as we do to a deity. It is my privilege to invite Dr. Dinesh Nayak, Assistant Professor, Department of Kannada and convener of TEDx St. Aloysius, to deliver the welcome address.
Good morning to one and all present here. What a truly overwhelming sight this is. To witness such an enthusiastic gathering before me and to have distinguished dignitaries gracing the days fills me with immense pride and excitement. The energy in this hall is not ordinary. It is electric, expectant, and alive with possibility. And it is precisely this collective spirit that brings us together today. We are here today at the LF Reskina Hall, not merely to launch an event, but to ignite a movement. Under the compelling theme, Unwritten Threads of Thoughts, St. Aloysius University proudly welcomes the world of TEDx to our campus. It is my proud privilege to extend a respectful and heartfelt welcome to our President to today's inaugural ceremony, Reverend Dr. Praveen Martis, SJ, Vice Chancellor, St. Aloysius University, whose deep interest in new ideas and thoughtful dialogue continually energizes our campus and whose commitment to introducing meaningful innovations and dynamic personalities ensures that our students receive nothing but the finest opportunities for growth. Father, a hearty welcome to you. It is a moment of immense pride to introduce our chief guest, Mr. P. Ranjan Rao, Senior Advocate. Sir, your presence today is truly a homecoming. A distinguished alumnus of the batch of 1977, you did not merely walk these corridors, you excelled in them, securing multiple ranks during your undergraduate years here at St. Aloysius. Your academic brilliance continued as you pursued an MA in Political Science and an LLB, once again graduating at the top of your class. With a legal career spanning over 4 decades since 1980, you have become a pillar of the Mangaluru legal fraternity. Your contribution extends far beyond courtroom practice. Member of the Ethics Committee at Manipal Academy of Higher Education, member of the Stem Cell Research Committee at Enepoya University, arbitrator for Karnataka Bank, advocate for Mangalore Refinery and Petrochemicals Limited. Most importantly for us, you continue to give back to your alma mater as a valued member of our academic council. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in extending a warm and respectful welcome to our chief guest, Mr. P. Ranjan Rao. I now kindly request our Vice Chancellor, Reverend Dr. Praveen Martis, SJ, to welcome Mr. P. Ranjan Rao with a green sapling. It is now my distinct pleasure to introduce our guest of honor, Mr. Gavin Matthias, Managing Director and CEO of the Matthias Group. A proud Aloysian from Class 1 through Class 12, Mr. Gavin returns to this campus not only as a successful entrepreneur, but as living testimony to what an Aloysian education can shape and build. A mechatronics engineer from the Manipal Institute of Technology and a master's graduate in engineering management from RMIT University, he made a conscious decision to return to his roots in 2013. Over the past 12 years, he has transformed a family enterprise into a multi-sector powerhouse, delivering infrastructure across Karnataka, Goa, and major airport projects. He is a leader defined by three powerful qualities: observant, strategic, and action-driven. He lives by a philosophy that resonates beautifully with today's TEDx theme: logic decides who qualifies, action decides who gets chosen. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in warmly welcoming our guest of honor, Mr. Gavin Matthias. I now kindly request our Vice Chancellor, Reverend Dr. Praveen Martis SJ, to welcome Mr. Gavin Matthias with the green sapling. A very special salute to our inspiring TEDx speakers who bring with them powerful ideas worth spreading. I now kindly request our Vice Chancellor, Reverend Dr. Praveen Martis SJ, to welcome the speakers with a green sapling. We have with us Mr. Hrithik Sharma, who is an entrepreneur, educator, and podcaster from Siliguri, West Bengal. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together in welcoming our speaker, Mr. Hrithik Sharma. We also have with us Miss Mariam Hussain, fashion stylist and content creator from Mumbai. Today, we are happy to have with us Dr. P.P. Devan, senior ENT specialist from Mangalore. It's a great opportunity to have with us Ms. Lisa Kiran Rodriguez, educator and wellness practitioner from Mangalore. We have with us a multi-talented, our own Miss Advika Shetty, dancer, actor and Yakshagana artist from Mangalore. We also have with us Mr. Prashant S. Nayaka, founder of Chaya Art Light from Bangalore. We are happy to have with us Colonel Arun Iyer, decorated Indian Army veteran from Bhopal. It's a beautiful moment to have with us Mr. Hemant Sharma, co-founder Playgrounds by Plaza from Delhi. Thank you, Father. We are honored to host such diverse voices from entrepreneurship and wellness to arts, defense, activism, and storytelling. Once again, a warm welcome to each one of you. A warm welcome to all the directors of various blocks, deans, our faculty members, esteemed student council members, association members, members of the media, and all other officers. Yes. A warm welcome to my colleague and co-convener of TEDx St. Aloysius 2026, Ms. Alrina A.M., to our dynamic student convener, Mr. Ryan Zahi Khan, and co-convener Ms. Yukti Prabhu, whose dedication has been exemplary. A hearty welcome to you all. And finally, a special word of appreciation and welcome to the true heartbeat of this event, our 106 members TEDx St. Aloysius 2026 student team. Your tireless commitment behind the scenes has woven these unwritten threads of thoughts into a magnificent reality. A warm welcome to you all, dear students. Today, we do not simply host TEDx, we host courage, we host curiosity, we host ideas that may change lives. Once again, I welcome you all to TEDx St. Aloysius 2026. Let the ideas unfold, let the threads connect, let the conversations begin. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We now turn to a visual prelude that captures the spirit of TEDx St. Aloysius and the journey that brings us together. To officially inaugurate this event, I now invite our chief guest, Advocate P. Ranjan Rao, along with all our dignitaries to do the honors. Thank you to our dignitaries. Leadership is not defined by position, but by the value one creates for others. It is my privilege to introduce our guest of honor, Mr. Gavin Matthias, Managing Director and CEO of Matthias Group, an alumnus of St. Aloysius College. His journey reflects clarity of intent, resilience, and purposeful leadership. May I now invite Mr. Gavin Matthias to address the gathering.
I jumped out of a plane at 30,000 feet. The door was open, the wind was loud, and my mind was louder. I wasn't hesitating, I was reasoning. Do I really need to do this? What if something happens? And then I realized fear rarely introduces itself as fear. It usually wears a suit and shows up as logic. It sounded intelligent, it sounded responsible, it sounded practical. But the decision to jump off that plane happened much earlier, in a quieter moment when I said yes. at the edge of that airplane, there was no clarity needed, just action. This pattern repeats everywhere, not just in the air, in classrooms, in interviews, in conversations, in rooms you're afraid to enter sometimes. A few years ago, there was a government tender. I was the third lowest bidder. L1 wins. That's how it usually goes. The numbers were quite clear. The rules were clear. I knew for a fact I'm not going to get this order. But at 4 a.m. the next morning, I loaded 2 chairs in the back of my car and drove to Mandya. Logic told me, you're not L1 boss. You won't get this order. You're simply wasting your time. I don't think you should go. Have you noticed when your mind speaks like this? You think of applying somewhere, your mind says, will I get it? You think of starting something new, your mind says, what if I fail? You sometimes want to say something or speak up, and your mind says, shh, sit quiet. And slowly, the opportunity doesn't reject us, we reject ourselves. That morning, there were 2 sentences competing in my mind. Just go back, or just go for it. Not confidence, not clarity, but just a choice between 2 thoughts. Sometime later when I reached the bank, it was nothing dramatic. There was an old rusted gate outside and a board meeting happening inside. Another vendor was there. Same tender, same goal. He was L1. We both were waiting. He was on his phone, and honestly, I could have been on mine too. But something made me think, when the outcome looks pretty decided, we kind of disengage. I was thinking of something else. If a decision is to be made now and I'm here, I just want to be fully present when that happens. I earlier looked up the chairman, so when he walked in, I recognized him, I greeted him. That's it. I didn't pitch, I didn't negotiate, I didn't give any numbers. All I did was be present there attentively. That day didn't teach me how to win a tender. It taught me something much more uncomfortable. We think decisions are made on paper, but they're actually made in moments. When we feel powerless and helpless, we stop focusing on what we actually want. We start struggling and trying to figure out how to get there and how will it happen. And when the how gets impossible, we disengage. Logic tells you what is likely, but your action, that reveals what is possible. Your action interrupts the story. Your action doesn't leave endings open. Logic decides who qualifies, but it's your action that decides who gets chosen. Not because action will guarantee you success, but because action refuses fear to finish the sentence. The most powerful shifts in life don't begin with an applause. They begin with a thought. Invisible, unspoken, unwritten. And whether we act on it or silence it, it shapes everything that follows. So these were my unwritten thoughts, unwritten threads of thoughts. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your thought-provoking insights and for your generous support as the title sponsor of TEDx St. Aloysius 2026. We sincerely appreciate your continued encouragement and association. As a mark of our gratitude and respect, I now request Reverend Dr. Praveen Martis, SJ, the Vice Chancellor, to kindly present a token of appreciation to Mr. Gavin Matthias. Thank you, Father. Experience is the quiet foundation upon which wisdom stands. It is my honor to introduce our chief guest, Advocate P. Ranjan Rao, a senior advocate and an alumnus of St. Aloysius College, Mangaluru. With over 4 decades of legal practice since 1980, he has served in numerous significant capacities. His professional life stands as a testament to leadership and service. May I now invite Advocate P. Ranjan Rao to address the gathering.
Honorable President of Inaugural Function, Reverend Father Dr. Praveen Martis, SGA, Guest of Honor, Shri Kevin Matthias, and all the speakers of tomorrow's St. Aloysius TEDx series speeches program. At the very outset, let me thank Reverend Father Praveen Martis, Vice Chancellor, Deemed University of St. Aloysius College, as well as Shri Dinesh Nayak, Lecturer in Kannada, for inviting me to be present on the pre-inaugural session of the program being held tomorrow. Coming to Aloysius is always a matter of joy for me. I'm also thankful to him for the wonderful introduction he has given. Only thing is he forgot to add that he got all those information from me only. Professor Abdul Kalam, whom whole India reveres, was once asked by a journalist, "Sir, you are known as a learned scholar, a devout Muslim, a great scientist, and President of India. How you would like the posterity to remember you?" Then he smilingly said, "A good human being." I'll change that a bit. If ever any journalist were to ask me how I would like to be known by the posterity, I'll proudly say an Aloysian. I had the opportunity as well as luck of studying from Standard 4 till my graduation in BA in 1977 in the portals of this great institution. Now the difference between St. Aloysius and rest of the institutions of my time were that in Aloysius, apart from imparting the basic education, they also instilled the values of life. They also encouraged you to think independently. What we are seeing now was implemented in Aloysius, maybe in an informal manner, way back in 1970s or ever since the institution started. Post-independence, the leaders of the nation were concerned about making India one of the greatest nations in the world. And they had all agreed that education is the best medium of making India a strong nation. And the government alone could not have achieved this task. It is the Jesuit fathers who founded, established, ran education institutions in the nook and corner of this country. And one such great institution founded by them was St. Aloysius. I really congratulate all of you present today in the hall who also belong to my family trade name of Aloysians. Today we are having this TEDx series where you are discussing innovative ideas. But I should tell you, when I studied my PE university course, later my degree course in BA in this college, we had great teachers and lecturers who were much ahead of the time. There was Professor Vishnumurthy, who was lecturer in history, Professor Subramanya, who was a lecturer in English. We had Professor Victor and one and only Mr. Professor Sunny Tarapan, and the list is endless. And they infused new ideas, new way of thinking, and maybe at times in conflict with the normally accepted notions of the society around you. So the seeds of innovative thinking, what you find today, is being formally done in the form of St. Aloysius TEDx series, were planted way back, and today we are seeing the results. As I said earlier, this institution not only educated you, but also showed you what values one should pursue in life. No wonder, I'm sure, almost every student who passes out of this institution would have achieved great heights in life. We have one example in our guest of honor, Mr. Kevin Matthias. I learned from, it was told to me in the morning that he's a main sponsor of this today's event and also a very successful industrialist. I may also recall some of the good names, may not be the entire list. Shri Tumbe Moidin, you might have heard about him. He was, a student during my time, a great footballer, and today he is known one of the great entrepreneurs in Gulf countries, running a lot of medical and non-medical enterprises in Gulf. Then we had Arvind Adiga, who was awarded the Booker Prize for his English novel, White Tiger. Not only that, he donated the entire 1 crore money to his alma mater as a recognition of the contribution of this institution in his success. Then you have the great Agarwal brothers, Dr. Anant Agarwal, who is a very leading doctor in USA, and his younger brother, Anupam Agarwal, he had visited the institution a few years back, one of the very well-known engineering brains in USA. Then you have Guru Kiran, who was a student of this institution, and who is a very well-known music director. And ultimately you have the cricketing sensation, KL Rahul, who is also an ex-product of St. Aloysius. And the list is endless. I would not like to burden you with more names. What I want to impress upon you is that the contribution of Aloysius in shaping not only the lives of the students herein, but also the life of the community and maybe nation in general is tremendous, and it is something which cannot be recollected in a few words or in few moments. Now in Sanskrit there is a saying, Puranamiti na sadhu sarvam, Navamiti na avadyam. Something that is old doesn't mean is acceptable, and something that is new doesn't become avoidable. At the same time, one can also say, all that is old is not rotten fish, and all that is new is not the fragrant rose. So one has to evaluate the things which might have appeared as acceptable or correct at one point of time may become unacceptable over the period of time, and this churning process of the human mind is endless, and that is the beauty of human mind, a gift which the God has given to us, the capacity to think, analyze, and come to decisions on accepted or non-accepted ideas, events, as the case may be. Before concluding, I would like to digress a bit. Indian Constitution, you are aware, is one of the beautiful documents which our freedom fighters and the forefathers or the leaders of the Constituent Assembly gave to this nation after almost 2.5 years of deliberation. The Constitution came into existence at a time there was human genocide on either sides of India and its neighbor country. The Constitution makers were aware of the demands by certain sections of Indian society to ape the neighboring country and make this country also a theocratic state. The persons then in charge of drafting the Constitution resisted the temptation and deliberately included several articles in the Indian Constitution to protect the interests of the minorities. It is extremely unfortunate that today there is a very subtle attempt, a pernicious attempt that is being made to project the members of the minority religion as anti-Indians or someone who is against the interest of the nation. And there is subtle attempt being made to make this nation a nation of the majoritarian religion. I would appeal to all those who are present here to ensure that the secular fabric of the Indian Constitution that has been given to us by the framers of the Indian Constitution should not be allowed to be torn by fundamentalist forces in the guise of re-establishing the hegemony of the majoritarian nation in this country. This is being done in a very subtle manner, and I request all those who are present here to expend their mind on that and ensure that this country does not belong to any particular religion or any particular individual. It is a beautiful combination of different religions coexisting, the idea of unity in diversity, something we have preserved post-independence till now, and let us not lose it to some pernicious fundamentalist forces who are trying to, make this country a carbon copy of the neighboring theocratic state. I would not like to go on further by quoting few lines from the poem written by Nobel laureate Rabindranath Tagore, one of the poems in his book Gitanjali. Few lines of that poem, with that I'll conclude. Where the clear stream of reason has not lost its way into the dreary desert sand of dead reason, where the mind is led forward by thee into unending thought and action. Into that heaven of freedom, my father let my country awake. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring words and for sharing your vision with us. May I request our Vice Chancellor, Reverend Dr. Praveen Martis SJ, to kindly present a memento to our Chief Guest, Advocate P. Ranjan Rao, as a mark of our deep respect and sincere gratitude. Father, every meaningful platform is strengthened by the support of those who believe in its vision. To acknowledge the partners who have extended their valuable support to this event, I invite Ms. Yukti Prabhu, student co-convener, to kindly come forward and honor our sponsors.
Good morning, everyone. It is with great pleasure that we extend our heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed sponsors, whose generosity, encouragement, and trust in our vision have made this event possible. I kindly invite Reverend Dr. Praveen Martis SJ, the Vice Chancellor of St. Aloysius Deemed to be University, to felicitate our sponsors. As a gesture of our sincere gratitude, may I now request our valued sponsor to join us on stage when their names are announced. Mr. Shijo from Global Degrees Mangalore and Manipal. Mr. Muzamil Said from Blackberries. Miss Megha from Skylead. Miss Rupa Prabhu from V1 Aqua Center. Mr. Ivan D'Souza. Thank you, Father. Once again, on behalf of the entire organizing team of TEDx St. Aloysius, we extend our heartfelt gratitude to each and every sponsors for their valuable support. Your contribution has not only strengthened this event, but also motivated us to do better. Thank you for believing in us and being a part of this journey.
Thank you, Yukti, for doing the honors. Ideas often begin quietly as reflections, and unwritten threads of thoughts shape our choices long before they are spoken aloud. When given a voice, these thoughts have the power to influence perspectives and inspire meaningful change. May I invite Mr. Hemant Sharma to the stage to share his valuable insights with us.
Hi, I was not prepared for this, but Actually, it's really funny that I was sitting there a few years back. I might be the youngest out of this, so I still have a lot. Oh, no. I can't count her. She's still studying. But I see faces full of opportunities, right? And I realized that we need to learn as much as we need to teach. And that is what, so I'm not going to bore you because I understand that I can see faces and they're like, ghar jaane do. So I will not bore you. But the point is, I have so much to learn. Even after being 34 years, I still feel that I'm still learning from everyone. And I wish to see us inspire someone from you and become the next us in the next few years. And I will keep a track, and thank you so much for inviting me to this stage, and I hope to see one of you replacing us here. So that's all I'm going to say, and I'm going to leave you to your thoughts. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your gracious words. We are proud to announce the introduction of a new AI agent thoughtfully developed by our distinguished alumnus and founder of FEDNA Research, Dantes Joe. We now invite you to witness a brief demonstration of this innovative technology.
Meet Maria, SAU's AI voice and text assistant.
Hello there, I'm Maria from St. Aloysius University. मैं आपकी कैसे मदद कर सकती हूँ?
Maria is here to guide you through every step of your admission journey. Available on WhatsApp, the university website, and even over phone calls. No waiting, no missed queries.
ನಾನು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸಹಾಯಕ್ಕೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿದ್ದೇನೆ.
Ask her about courses, scholarships, eligibility criteria, application deadlines.
Admission is now open, but ನವೆಂಬರ್ ಮಾಸത്തോടെ applications close ചെയ്യും.
She speaks your language, making information accessible to everyone. Not sure which program suits your future? Maria can guide you with career insights and help you choose the path that aligns with your goals.
From what I've gathered, you have both artistic flair and technical aptitude. Our BWalk animation program could be a great fit for you.
Smart, responsive, always ready. Maria, built by FEDNA Research, designed for you.
A leader is defined by clarity of vision and unwavering resolve, one who meets every challenge with confidence and purpose. May I now respectfully invite Father to deliver the presidential address.
Respected Advocate P. Ranjan Rao, the chief guest of today's pre-inaugural TEDx St. Aloysius Unwritten Threads of Thoughts. Mr. Gavin Matthias, the guest of honor, and all the TEDx speakers present on the days, Dr. P.P. Devan, Mr. Hemant Sharma, Colonel Arun Iyer, Ms. Mariam Hussain, Ms. Lisa Kiran Rodriguez, Mr. Ritik Sharma, Ms. Advika Shetty, Mr. Prashant S. Nayaka. The other two, Zabi Khan and Ms. Simran Chopra, will be joining us a little later. And also the conveners, Dr. Dinesh Nayak, Ms. Aldrina A.M., and the student convener, Ryan Zahi Khan, and also all the student conveners and the members of the faculty and distinguished guests. We are in the 5th year of our TEDx St. Aloysius, Unwritten Threads of Thoughts. Something very unique that we started many years ago, and we have seen over the years the support that we have been getting from the speakers and the students. It's been a great learning experience. First of all, I would like to thank the speakers for agreeing to come to St. Aloysius and also enlightening tomorrow, I'm sure, many of you will be joining us. How many will be joining in the crowd tomorrow to listen to the speakers? Yeah, there are very few of them. I'm sure they will call the rest because there is no space here. And unfortunately, this is a small little auditorium, but then you'll also know about them much more through their speeches. The idea is that you become what they are today. In a way, not to replicate just like them or to imitate them, rather to become someone, but to be inspired by these great minds. I'd also like to thank our chief guest today, Advocate P. Ranjan Rao. He's been a great elogian, always speaking about our value system here and also living those values as the message that he has given. I'd like to thank you, sir, for all that you have been to St. Aloysius. We have got our guest of honor is also another Aloysian, Gavin Matthias, been a great supporter of St. Aloysius. Thank you for your wonderful thoughts. It's almost like TEDx speaker that he spoke and the hall was pin drop silent, and listening to him, that was something very unique. Thank you so much for all your support, Mr. Gavin Matthias. I also like to thank our sponsors. It is not easy to organize a TEDx because it costs almost about 15 to 20 lakhs to bring our speakers from different places to organize this setting. But you all have been continuously supporting us from last 5 years. So I'd like to thank you especially for sponsoring this event. You would have listened to Christine Otto. Sanket would know, being a quizzer. She was the one who got 6 medals in the Seoul Olympics in 1988. Someone asked her, you being a lady, how did you manage to get 6 gold medals in one Olympic event, which was not done by anyone else by then? So she said, when I was in the primary, I used to spend about 6 to 8 hours in the swimming pool. When I grew up, I used to spend about 10 to 12 hours. And when there is a competition, I would spend almost 16 hours in the water. And how did you succeed? She said, I succeeded because to persist, to hard work, and also perseverance. These are the 3 things made me to win and also go for it. To persist, to work hard, and then to persevere. It's not easy. The life looks very easy from the outside. If you ask each of these speakers, they also must have spent their life passionately in love with something. It's not that stressed. They don't look like they're stressed. But they're spending a lot of time. Why they spend? Because they have made something of this kind their own. And they start enjoying it after some time. You see the life of Christine Otto, to spend 6 hours in the water, then 8 hours, then 12 hours, then 14 hours, almost breathing in and out the water to get these medals is not a joke. So if you would like to get a rank like how Advocate P. Ranjan Rao got those ranks those days and made us proud, and many other students, and all of them today, he spoke the names about St. Aloysians who made St. Aloysius great because these are the ambassadors of St. Aloysius. They are the ones who studied here and lived the values and also represented St. Aloysius to the world's scenario. That's why we are here today, become a university and spending 147 years. This is 147th year of St. Aloysius. And I was recently in Delhi. I just came back last night and met a lot of delegates from Spain and Indian delegates and the Ministry of Education. Even met the Higher Education Minister, Mr. Dharmendra Pradhan. They all know St. Aloysius. I was surprised. And they said, how do you know? It's all because of your old students. They are the ones there either in one place or the other. They are talking about it. They are living the lives of St. Aloysius and the values. And that's why your name is known. everywhere. That's why you are here, my dear students, that you to have greater responsibility tomorrow when you go out into the field. Whatever that you learned here, you will have to apply to your life and become like the Christian Otto or the TEDx speakers here who are present here. They are the ones who passionately followed something. And you also need to follow something passionately. That is where you make a difference in your own field, in your chosen field. God has given us the gift, and we need to make sure that this gift is made possible with the difference that we make in the society. That's why Mr. Ranjan Rao took the name of late President Dr. Abdul Kalam. I always remember his words. He said, dream, dream, dream. Dream turn into thoughts and thoughts into action. We are talking about unwritten threads of thoughts. And these are the thoughts, as I said, always come into your mind. You will have at least 7,000 thoughts per day. That's how the scientists say. And which one do you choose? There are so many thoughts coming into your mind. But ultimately, your mind has to choose the right thoughts and go in the right direction. That has to be done by you. That means you'll have to take control of your thoughts and also your emotions after that, and then be stronger and confident to see that what you do becomes success in your life. That's why we have got great speakers here. I'm sure they will inspire, they'll tell their story, how they have become, and they have come to this level, and they will also see that you give you time to discuss about it. In the morning till evening, they'll be around here. After their speeches, they can interact with them personally. You can identify what is there for you to get inspired and do something greater. You would like every Alosian, everyone who's sitting here, to think about it, reflect about it, and make a difference in the society. Once again, I would like to thank our conveners, the organizers. From last 8 months, they have been struggling to organize this wonderful TEDx St. Aloysius. Shall we give them a huge round of applause for their efforts? Once again, I wish you all the best. Let's wait, as Mr. Hemant Sharma said, tomorrow for the thoughts, and enjoy this day. Looking forward to this wonderful TEDx St. Aloysius. Thank you. God bless us.
Thank you, Father, for being a constant source of support and encouragement. It is time to acknowledge and express our sincere appreciation to all who made this occasion meaningful. I now invite Ms. Aldrina A.M., Assistant Dean, School of Vocational Studies and Staff Co-Convener of TEDx St. Aloysius, to propose the vote of thanks.
A very pleasant morning to one and all present here. As we conclude the inaugural ceremony of TEDx St. Aloysius, it's my privilege to propose the vote of thanks. First and foremost, I express my heartfelt gratitude to St. Aloysius deemed to be University for providing us this incredible opportunity and all the support in organizing an event of this magnitude. Thank you for nourishing innovation, creativity, and spirit of ideas that is worth speaking. I extend my sincere thanks to our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. Praveen Martis S.J., for his constant encouragement, guidance, and belief in this initiative. Your support has been a strong foundation for the event. My respectful thank you to our guest of honor, Mr. Glevin, and chief guest, Mr. P. Ranjan Rao, for gracing this occasion with your presence and your powerful insights of address. Your words has added a meaningful threads to the fabric of today's event. A special burst of appreciation goes to Mr. Hemant Sharma, who represented all the speakers. Thank you for a fun and thoughtful message, sir. I would like to extend my heartfelt thanks to all the sponsors for continuous support and encouragement. This event wouldn't be possible without you guys. I would like to extend my warmful thank you to all the speakers for accepting our invitation and being a part of this program. A special thanks to student coordinators, Mr. Rayan and Ms. Yukti, for completely taking the charge of this event with excellent leadership, responsibility, and dedication. Your hard work and commitment truly deserve appreciation. My heartfelt appreciation to all the student core committee heads and their team who worked tirelessly behind the scenes. We have witnessed them on the stage and off the stage as well. There are hundreds of hands which came together in making this event possible. From behind the scene, we can see a lot of dedication and a lot of hard work which have put together. I would like to thank all the staff in charge for their guidance, patience, and their continuous support in leading the core team. A very special note of thanks to Mr. Dinesh Nayak, a convener of this program, for a continuous encouragement, trust, and guidance at every step. As we conclude today's inaugural session, we are truly excited for tomorrow's event, where our speakers are going to pour their wisdom and knowledge and continue to spread the story and tell about unwritten threads of thoughts. To everyone who has contributed directly and indirectly to TEDx St. Aloysius, I extend my warm thank you. With this, I thank each and every one of you for your present supports and blessings. Thank you, one and all, and have a great day.
Thank you, ma'am. May I request everyone to kindly rise and join in for the college anthem.
Raise a joyful chorus, loud and glad your heart sounds more. While the love of Alma Major is a grateful song of sorts. While we pledge to stand united, true to her forevermore. While we pledge to stand united, true to her forevermore. While we pledge to stand united, true to her forevermore. Louder, louder swells the chorus for the happy days of yore, for the hopeful toiling present and the years that lie before, for the name and fame and honor of our mother evermore, for the name and fame and honor of our